Yo, it's Two Side Anime here, and today, I always say, and today, we have a lot to talk about. I say that all the time, so we have a lot to talk about. Jogan has been one of the most anticipated doujutsu ever to be introduced into the Naruto universe. Everybody wants to know what this eye specifically does. Even though the anime and the Boruto novel gave us a concept of the eye, we want to know what this eye would do for Boruto in the future. Just the introduction of this eye, there's been so many theory videos on YouTube talking about how this eye will enter the series. And the anticipation for this eye is so crazy. It's gotten to the point where some people believe this eye isn't canon. Until the recent interview with Kishimoto in France, where he said he wouldn't speak on the eye because it will play an important role in Two Blue Vortex, so they have to keep it on the wrap. Chapter 15 of Boruto Two Blue Vortex finally confirmed how and when the Jogan is about to be awakened. Because based on the dialogue, the conversation of Kawaki and Boruto, we can see this chapter is a parallel to the Code arc. So the incoming arc of these two teaming up and working together are going to have similar events to that arc. And if you know, you know. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the parallel to the Code arc, Momoshiki's grand plan, when and how the Jogan is about to be awakened in the next arc. So you know it's theory time. About to talk a bunch of knots, but just let me cook. Kawaki and Boruto's conversation directly tied in with the Code arc. If you guys remember, Kawaki didn't want to train via the shinobi way because it was taking too long, and Code was such a threat they needed to get stronger, quicker, faster. But Boruto and Sarada wanted to go down the shinobi way and train and concentrate and take time to get better at their skills and teamwork. Fast forward into the time skip, Boruto is now telling Kawaki to go ahead and unlock his true power so they can be strong enough to fight against the Senju. But there's more in this dialogue that ties us directly to the Code arc, and it's the off-screen conversation that took place when Kawaki originally unalived Boruto. If we go back to those chapters, it seemed like they had an off-screen agreement with each other that Kawaki will kill Boruto if Momoshiki ever took control. A promise between brothers which Kawaki upheld. But before we got that infamous moment of Kawaki spearing through Boruto, we got Borushiki versus Kawaki V2 Karma State. Chapter 15 has made it obvious that we will get part 2 of Borushiki versus Kawaki. In their conversation, Boruto states, if Momoshiki takes over and goes berserk, kill him without hesitation. So in the incoming arc, we're going to get a repeat of the events that took place in the Code arc. And all of this is going according to Momoshiki's plan. Let me explain. Kashin Koji isn't the only character that can see into the future. Heck, before we found out about the 10 directions, everybody believed that Boruto tapped into Momoshiki's future sight and he saw the dark events that are taking place now. But we found out it was Kashin Koji. This doesn't take away from the fact that Momoshiki can also see into the future. And before you guys come in my comments and say Momoshiki can't see in the future, which has happened multiple times on different videos, the whole series started with Momoshiki seeing Boruto's future. The only thing he didn't see was Sarada changing Boruto's fate. That's the thing with the future though. It's always changing. It's not something that's going to stay constant or remain the same. Different events can take place that can change the outcomes of whatever future events you foresaw in your first vision or fortune telling or whatever y'all get into. From chapter 75 all the way to 77, Momoshiki made a declaration to break Boruto's mental health so he can take over Boruto's body. So it's very strange that Momoshiki has been quiet for all these years until he came in contact with Kawaki. This means Momoshiki foresaw something, and whatever events he saw in his new prophecy for Boruto's fate all align with his goals and objectives. Meaning, Momoshiki saw everything that's taken place from chapter 1 all the way to chapter 15 already. And that's why he hasn't been interfering with Boruto's action. Momoshiki is there at all times, listening to everything Boruto goes through. He said that their thoughts cross over. So when Boruto met Kashin Koji, and Kashin Koji informed him about the multiple timelines, Momoshiki was able to peer into the future and see if he stays out of it and allows them to actively try to change the fate of the world, this will ultimately lead Boruto into joining or forming an alliance with Kawaki the only person that can activate Momoshiki. Since Momoshiki doesn't have the ability to take over Boruto's body, Kawaki has the ability to activate Boruto's karma through resonance. This isn't off topic because it ties into the very first point I made in this video. It ties back into what I was talking about originally in this video. Momoshiki is using Kawaki and Boruto's alliance to give him the opportunity to take over Boruto's body. And chapter 15, like I said, is confirming that Momoshiki will take over Boruto's body. And in that moment, he's going to fight against Kawaki, and Kawaki is going to attempt to kill Borushiki. At the end of this battle, Kawaki is going to defeat Borushiki, or it's going to seem like Kawaki killed him. In that very moment, similar to in the Code arc when Boruto went V2 and lost control, Boruto is going to gain control of his body by awakening the Jogan. See, the Jogan is very vital to Boruto's arsenal. We already know Boruto's above Jogan level just in base. Karma stacked on top of Karma V2 will allow Boruto to be on an even playing field when he goes against Kawaki in the final battle that took place in chapter 1. Outside of the Jogan allowing Boruto to finally rid himself of Momoshiki and granting him the power of the Karma, the Jogan is also going to play a role with Boruto connecting the dots and finding his way to Shibai. After Jura saying it seems like divine intervention is saving Boruto, and Boruto getting this godlike eye from Toneri in the beginning of the series, it seems like Shibai is helping Boruto on his journey to defeat Otsutsuki clan and the Senju on planet Earth. We know more Otsutsuki clan members are coming to planet Earth because if you look at Ida's beam when she used omnipotence, it looked like a beacon that surrounded planet Earth and shot up into the sky. So I'm wondering if they saw omnipotence. Back to the main point of this video, Boruto will unleash his Jogan during Momoshiki vs. Kawaki Part 2 in the upcoming arc, where Momoshiki finally achieves his goal of taking over Boruto's body, allowing him to wreak havoc on the shinobi world. Depending on how much damage Momoshiki does during his short time of having Boruto's body, it's going to change a lot of the characters' perspectives on Boruto and having Momoshiki within him. All fun and games until you have a vengeful alien trying to kill everyone in his sight. That's it for the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'm out. Thank you.